What is geometry, and what could be sacred about it? Geometry is a branch of mathematics that studies structure and space. It has two fundamental areas: Euclidean geometry, which revolves around flat two-dimensional surfaces and the three-dimensional space they occupy, and non-Euclidean geometry, which studies structures on curved surfaces. Sacred geometry refers to geometric forms found in nature, art, architecture, and designs that some consider based on life's natural patterns. These patterns are always present when sacred or religious structures are created. These shapes and forms are believed to be imbued with spiritual significance. Among these shapes we can find pentagrams, mandalas, or atoms. How would you define sacred geometry to someone who doesn't know anything about it? To put it as briefly as possible, they are special forms or shapes with spiritual significance or power. In today's increasingly secular world, the ancient concept of sacred geometry looks to be gaining popularity once again. This chapter will examine this fascinating concept and its scientific and mathematical implications on the creation of the universe. Divine connection with all things. In today's world, sacred geometry is used as more of a way to understand life, the universe, and everything in between, rather than trying to find some sort of divine connection with it. This geometry may be seen in architecture, where many buildings try to incorporate these ideas into their structure. Take the Washington Monument, or Church of St. Ilario, for example. It can also be seen in other forms of design, such as art, landscaping, and even fashion. People worldwide are using this as an inspiration for their creations. No matter where you are or where you look, you can find some element of these divine shapes around you. And this, you'll come to find, is no coincidence. All things come from the divine, and so it is only natural to expect the fingerprint of divinity on one and all, in some shape or form. The origins of sacred geometry. Let us begin our journey into what sacred geometry is by exploring some of its possible origins. According to E.J. Halmyard, author of the book The Geometry of Art and Life, the first ideas behind geometric shapes having some sort of divine origin were developed in Persia during the Sassanid period from 224 to 651. In this time frame, there was a belief that God was present at all times and in everything in the world. Sacred geometry also played an important role in the development of mathematics in ancient Greece. Early Greek mathematicians, such as Pythagoras, Euclid, and Archimedes, were all influenced by these shapes. These mathematicians were also influenced by the writings of Plato and his belief that geometry represented a divine design. Pythagoras went further to develop a series of mathematical principles behind this divine geometry, creating the concept known as Pythagorean triplets, more widely known as the Pythagorean theorem. These triangles represent more than the simple equations taught in math class. They contain numbers representing certain concepts such as love, harmony, or understanding. This led to the belief that these numbers were part of divine power as well. The very laws of physics were often thought of as brilliant inventions because they can be used to explain almost every observed phenomenon. The theory of relativity provides evidence that an intelligent creator rules our universe. Many theories in astronomy and physics are based on the principle that there must have been an intelligent creator behind everything. It seems virtually impossible to examine any aspect of the universe without finding recurring evidence pointing to a masterful architect. All experiences, and indeed all of life, are more than just coincidence, and upon careful study, one can find proof that there is divine intelligence at work.